Hi, hello, good evening. My name is Jeff Ignacio, the owner of this channel, Traveliciously Malaysian Filipino. So, as the name stated, I am a Malaysian Filipino. Was born and raised in Malaysia. I'm a Malaysian citizen, of course, because Malaysia don't recognize dual citizen. Alright, in this channel, I would like to share with you some important tips when you do your backpacking travel. I believe a lot of you loves to travel, but you probably have no idea on how to do it or where to start, or should you travel with somebody, or is it okay to travel alone? Well, it doesn't matter what is your preference, whether you love to travel with your family, friends, or even alone. For me, it doesn't matter. It'll be nicer if you have companion, so that you can share a lot of things, especially your expenses. Okay, all right. So in this video, I am going to share with you the tips before you go on or embarking on the backpacking trip. Number one is, for example, if you have decided on a place to go, number one that is very important is do your research about the country. Everything is at the tip of your finger. You can just Google everything. The weather, the temperature, the people, the transportation, the accommodation, the food, and so on and so forth. As you all know, those who love to travel in a backpacker, or those who loves backpacking, normally are price conscious. Like me, I'm very price conscious. Anything above certain amount, I will be like, oh, okay, maybe there's another or better option. Yeah, well, it is completely a very personal thing. So I have to be honest here. The reason why I love backpacking is I want to save a lot. However, you can't find a lot of people who are interested into this, you see, because they have a lot of concern like safety and so on and so forth. So number one is do a lot of research. Number two, what is the objective of you traveling to such country? Alright, what I mean by objective is, what is your main reason to travel the country, to visit that country? Is it because you want to experience the weather? Like, for example, we are in Southeast Asia, we don't really experience winter, so probably the reason is you want to experience winter. Or is it because of the culture? Or you want to see a culture, like you want to visit museum or more into culture areas? Or is it because you want to try the food? Or are you a fan of K-pop, you want to watch their concert? Or are you a fan of scenery, mountains, greens, and so on? So you have a lot of reasons. But if you are me, who loves everything, then you have a wider option. However, you have to be very picky, or you have to plan your trips accordingly, because usually when you travel to someone's country, especially us Asians in Malaysia, we don't really have long holidays. I mean, you can't really take long leave just to travel for 3-4 weeks. It's impossible. You might as well stop, quit your job and focus on the travel. But my case, I don't think I can afford it. Alright, so if you are somebody like me, you have to really plan your trip. When you arrive, what are you going to do? Whether you should check in first to the hotel, or you want to visit place before the check-in time, it's completely up to you. Me, I love doing itinerary. My background in the tourism and hotel industry has helped me plan my trips on my own. That's why I have quite a number of friends who will ask me to plan their trips. Like, for example, if I go to Korea, I will plan from the time I depart, when I land, my day 1, day 2, day 3, and until I go back. Alright, so number one, do research. know more about the country that you're going to visit, so that you will be well prepared what to wear, what to bring, what is the law of that country. Maybe certain things you're not allowed to bring in, so you better behave in the country. And then number two, your objective. What is the reason of you visiting? Once you have settled these two, then number three, plan your journey so that you can fully maximize your trip to that country. Because there is no point of wasting time in a country that you're going to visit only for less than a week. Definitely you want to explore, you want to experience more of that country, you want to see more, you want to take good photos, you want to eat good food, you want to brag a bit on your Instagram or Facebook, whatever you want to do it. So yeah, the number three is very important as well. Plan your journey so that you don't waste your time. Okay, plan your journey means to say you have to come up with your itinerary. You or basically did the research before. And then number two, you have your objective, try to stick to the objective. And then number three, plan your journey. What I mean plan your journey, before you leave your place to the airport, for example me, before I go to Korea, I know what time is my departure, so I will plan it from there. So I know how long it takes. It'll take 6 hours plus to get to Korea. So for example, if I take 1 a.m. flight, I will arrive about 8 a.m. Korean time, for example. Then once I arrive, how should I get to Seoul, which is about 1.5 hours journey? Whether should I use RX or bus or whatever there is available. But again, as I've mentioned to you, I'm quite stingy in spending, so I will try my very best to spend as minimal as possible. So I will choose the cheapest. And if I'm not mistaken, the cheapest is either the train that will stop a lot of times, or the bus, which costs about 10,000 won. And then the trains, the stop train, I can't recall the name, the train, it's about 8,500 won. So it's almost similar. The only thing about train is there is no traffic jam. But if you take the van or the bus, definitely you have to encounter all the hustle and bustle or the traffic throughout the journey. So it doesn't matter, you will arrive plus minus 1 to 1.5 hours, and once you arrive, poop, you arrive at Seoul Station. In my case, Seoul Station. Now you have to plan your itinerary step by step. You have to plan also your expenditure. You have to check like whether they have this traveling card that can help you save your money, then can help you save your money so that you can travel with ease and you will be happier lah, basically. Alright, so when you arrive Seoul, basically like I said, you have already done your research. You know how far is your hotel, how to get to the hotel. It's either you use taxi or a bus or a train. Definitely when you do your research, you already have an idea, you already jot it down in your planner so that it will be easier for you. Alright, and then you have to be smart with your timing. Don't waste too much time in one place until you fail to go to the next destination that you have already planned. You see, so remember, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan, basically. So you have to plan it and try to follow it accordingly, except if there are things that is unavoidable. For example, if you plan to visit a park but it's raining, so you must find an alternative. A lot of ways. Alright, so number one is to do research on your trip. Number two, come up with the objective, get the objective, stick to the objective, and number 3, plan your trip well. So when you plan, it's not only about from point A to point B, what time I will arrive, and then from point B to point C, what time I will arrive. You also have to involve, number 1, mode of transportation, number 2, how much it will cost you. So if you don't mind taking longer route to get to your destination, but you get to pay lesser, it is not a problem at all. All right, and always keep in mind to always be careful whenever you are in somebody's country, okay, because we do not know that country very well, and it will be quite dramatic if you suddenly lost your items in the country. Moreover, if you lost your passport. So maintain high vigilance at all times. Stay safe when you travel backpackers. And of course, when you travel backpackers, you'll be staying in a backpacker's accommodation where you share one room with probably under 7 or 8 people. We don't know, depending on the size of the room. And as much as you are friendly, the other traveler is friendly as well, but we do not know them that well. All right, so it's always good to be extra careful at all times. And when you want to pack your money, or when you want to keep your money, don't put it in one place. I always have that secret place where nobody knows, of course, that I put money there, apart from my wallet. Okay, I will maintain minimal amount in my wallet, and the rest is everywhere. Okay, so that in case of emergency, like you lost your wallet and it's nowhere to be found, and then you go to the police to make report and so on, thank God if they understand you. What if you go to a country you don't speak English? That's it. I'm sorry to say, that's it. So at least you have a backup. You have a backup. And of course, very important, keep your documents in a safekeeping. What I mean is that try to have a copy. All right, the original, of course, is something that you're going to bring, and you must have a separate place on a plastic seal for your photocopy. So like I said, in case of emergency, you have a backup. You have extra documents to prove that that belongs to you. You have extra cash to go on, even though you have lost your wallet. All right, and of course, nobody keeps that ticket in the wallet, so basically you still can go home, or even so, you can always still reprint tickets. So that is something that you don't have to worry about. So I'm making this video. I did not actually plan on what to say. This is basically genuinely from me telling you how you can plan your trip, how to go on a backpacking trip, so that you will come back safely. You will be you will feel satisfied with whatever you have done throughout the journey. You don't have this feeling, oh, how I wish I didn't waste my time. Oh, how I wish, why I didn't know that, why I don't know this. I only know it when I come back to Malaysia. Then for you to redo or repeat, no problem. Like me, I've been to Korea 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. And I always see new things. Yeah. So, in summary, number 1, you have to really study, do research of the destination, prepare, and then number 2, your objective. Number 3, plan your trip. Okay, that's very important. And then, of course, above all is your safety. Not only about you taking care of yourself, but your documents and your belongings as well. All right, so that's a bit of the tips of how to travel backpacking, right? Because you will be meeting, as I've mentioned, you will be meeting with a lot of people. You do not know their background. They may be laughing, will be smiling at you when they see you, but you don't know what's inside their heart. In Malay, there is one proverb, they call it rambut sama hitam, hati lain-lain. We may have the same hair color. Of course, those Westerners, they don't really have black color hair. I mean, I'm talking about Asians, but you don't know what's inside of them. Okay, so always stay vigilant, be careful, and watch out. All right, so be friendly is okay, but always stay vigilant and stay safe. So I hope in the future, because this is my first video about traveling, which I have traveled quite a lot in my lifetime. Well, I'm not that old. I've been traveling to at least 8 or 9 countries, but mostly Southeast Asian countries, and quite a number of times I travel alone. And the advantage of me is that I'm able to speak English and Malay. I'm not able to speak Chinese, unfortunately, and a few other dialects. So yeah, it's good to learn a bit of, like I've mentioned, it's good also to learn a bit of their language. Just good morning, or like in Korean they have that one word annyeonghaseyo, or in Tagalog, kumusta po kayo, mabuhay, something like that. So no harm in learning. So in my next video, I'll try to be more well planned in my delivery in the video, but this is just my thought, my sharing, that I suddenly think about it like a few minutes ago, and then I've decided to record it. So I do hope you enjoy this video, and please subscribe to my video. I need more subscriber, and so that I'm able to do better video in the future for you guys. I'm not only going to talk about traveling, definitely I will talk about food, I will talk about other stuff, okay, and my day-to-day as well. If I have the chance to travel or to go places, I will share with you, or my cooking and whatnot. I have a lot of things. After all, YouTube is open for everybody to share, and if you care, do subscribe. All right, thank you. I'm signing off. You have a good evening. God bless. Bye bye.